Hey coaches, for this video I'm going to show you the DVRT overhead carry with cones. Now a few things about this one. This is a lower midline move. We know that it's not going to have a very high heart rate component, but there's a lot of things happening on this one. We do have some balance stuff going on, but most importantly, one of the big things we're targeting is there's some core stability and some shoulder stability being done at the same time as this move. And then obviously, because of the shoulder stability component of it, that's going to be the thing that's probably going to dictate a lot of people's levels. So we're going to do this with the DVRT and with the sandbell. So there's going to be the 10, the 15, and the 20-pound sandbell. Then obviously the DVRT gives us that 30-pound option. And if the program calls for it, the heavy DVRT would obviously give them that 60-pound option. Now a few things that we are looking for on this one. One, we want to keep a neutral spine. So people that have poor shoulder mobility, what tends to happen is maybe their arms get stuck here, and to get over their head, because they don't have the mobility in their shoulder to come up here, they find it in their back where they just kind of lean back. We obviously don't want to have them in an arched back, leaning and kind of walking funny. So again, just know that as you're coaching this move for those clients. The other big thing here is we really want to encourage them to really extend those arms out. So it's not that they have to be fully locked, but they should be very close to locked. So again, just not quite enough to put tension on the elbow joint itself, but basically reaching that bag as far over their head as they can and then stabilizing through the core as they walk around with that. The cones, again, you'll just check your program to see how many. I only put 4 out for today's demo purposes, but check your program to see if we're looking for 3 or 4 or 5. Again, what the distance is. And they're just going to walk as kind of a zigzag. So they'll go basically just around each cone, holding that bag over their head. So what it's going to look like on this one is, if they have the sandbag, they're going to just grab both those edges and then kind of hold it up over their head. If they're going to the DVRT bag, again, I know that some of our more deconditioned clients may end up kind of defaulting to letting that bag hang over their wrist, but to protect the wrist, our goal on this one, and this is how we're going to coach it, is to actually grab the parallel handles and then kind of flip that bag up onto our fist, and then from there, extend up. Because now I have that weight stacked over my joints versus being, and this is kind of what we're big thing we're versus where I grab those parallel handles, and then I come over here, and now the weight is pulling back on my shoulders. So, and the other thing, obviously, anyway, with shorter arms, in this position, the bag is going to kind of sit on their head, which again, not what we're shooting for. So we want them to use those parallel handles and set the bag right on their fists. So they're going to grab that bag, and flip it up again, depending on which level they're doing, would pick just the weight here, and they're just going to go to one side of the cone, go to the other side of the other cone, so just kind of creating that zigzag. They'll go around that cone, and they'll just do that same thing, going back and forth on this one. Now check your programs just so you have an idea of, are they going just non-stop to the buzzer sounds, or doing a set amount of reps, etc. on that one. The other big things that we're looking for in this one, guys, is it should just be a very steady. So they're not running, it should be a very steady walk, with the whole focus being the challenge of holding that weight. So we want them to be heavy enough that that challenge is in holding that bag up over their head. Demoing this for my clients. All right, guys, we're going to do a DVRT overhead carry around the cones. Now, for this one, guys, we're going to challenge our core, our shoulder stability, and we're going to keep our heart rate in that mid zone. Now, the goal on this one, guys, is to go with a heavy enough weight that is actually a challenge, not so heavy that we can't do it, but a challenge to hold that bag over our head the entire time. So you have a 10, 15, or a 20-pound sandbell option. If you're grabbing one of those, again, we want to extend that all the way up over our head. So basically your biceps are kind of by your ears and a big reach over your head. And from there, you're going to do this one. Or to take that to level 2, where we add these 30-pound DVRT bags, you're going to grab 2 handles that are parallel with one another, and you're going to flip that bag up, and you're going to try to get the bag to land right on top of your fist. So you're going to grab that, bring it up. See, you kind of shuffle it on, so the bag is right over my fist. Extend that over my head, so again, my arms are right by my ears. And then I'm going to walk around the cone. So I'm going to go to the left side of this cone, to the right side of this cone, to the left side of this cone. I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to do that going back. So again, to the right side of this cone, to the left side of this cone, and just like a zigzag back and forth. And then right here's where you tell them, again, what that program goes. I'm going to go down and back twice, I'm going to go down and back 5 times, I'm going to go down and back to the buzzer sounds, whatever the program is calling for you, just let them know that. That's how we do it. So guys, the last big thing here for us, again, as we're coaching this, is to remember that our goal on this one is not necessarily to make them going really fast. We're not trying to drive heart rates way up on this one. It's really about challenging that stability. Can they keep that arm all the way up? So probably one of the most common cues we as coaches are going to use is like, reach that bag up, guys. Really try to get that bag way up over your head. The other big thing, like I said, that we're watching for in the very beginning is if they have poor shoulder mobility, that they're not walking like this, where they really have their chest puffed up because of that poor shoulder mobility. So remember, when we tuck that rib cage in, we just need to be conscious. The goal would be to have the rib cage tucked in and the arms over the head. If our client is not quite there yet, we want that rib cage tucked in, even if the bag comes forward just that little bit, because again, remember, we don't want to be putting this huge load on a curved spine. This is the DVRT overhead carry with cones.